So the next place you'd want to look into definitely is Monaco. So Monaco is one of the best places I've visited this year in 2023 and definitely remains top of my list. This was like a dream destination, obviously for obvious reasons, and it's a small, really small country. It's the second smallest country after the Vatican City, which is I would say in Italy, but not really in Italy. It's the second smallest country, so you can imagine how small the country is. It's a beautiful destination for sure. If you want to go out somewhere and experience like wealth, if you want to experience what we call opulence, and the grandiosity and people showing money, then this is the place to be. It's an awesome place. I've always thought of going to Monaco, then it's just kind of elusive. One of those places you always want to go to, but somehow we just don't get to go to get there. I went to France many times, but I didn't manage to go to Monaco, right? So it's a good place to go to. What are some of the benefits or nice things that you'd enjoy in this area? Number one, first of all, it's not part of France. So if you're thinking Monaco is part of France, no, it's not. It's a country on its own. That's a misconception. It's a country on its own. They do a lot of collaboration with the French government, but it's its own municipality in the French Riviera. The French Riviera is that southern part of France, the beautiful provinces around that area that are really inhabited by rich people, amazing rich people, like extremely. When I say rich, I mean rich, not just some small coins here and there. It's extreme wealth, right? The French Riviera, beautiful place, beautiful coastal towns, along the southern part of France, bordering Italy, right? So Monaco is quite close to Italy. Actually, when I was going to Monaco on a train, we missed our stop and passed in through to Italy, which is really interesting. We were basically in Italy. Then we had to come back into Monaco. And then after Monaco, then you have to go back into France. So basically you get to, through one train line, you can visit three countries. In France, which is Nice or Antibes, you go into Monaco, you go into different province, which is basically now in Italy. So this is the beauty of traveling in these places, that you get to understand, you get to know how these things work, how the border controls work, how different countries are basically designed and how they rule themselves and the borders. So it's a beautiful place to be. I was there in April and the weather was really good. Not so hot, but also not so cold. It was just perfect weather for walking around. If you want to experience real opulence, this is the place you want to be. If you want to go look at some of the best yachts in the world, some of the best cars, if you love cars and you love motorsports, for example, the Grand Prix, how do you call it? Is it the Grand Prix? I'm not a motorsport guy, but if you love motorsports, of course, you know about motorsports in Monaco. You want to go to Monaco when they're having these motorsports every single year, when all the billionaires take all their classic, amazing cars into this small country and it is buzzing with real money. Now, the other fact about Monaco is they are rich, of course, right? And some of the poorest people in there are like millionaires. So 30% of the population are multi-millionaires. When we talk millionaires, we talk about Euro millionaires. If you talk about Euro millionaires, if you look at that in like Kenya shillings or like our currencies, we're talking about crazy money. Okay? So most people are millionaires. It is the only place whereby a square foot of a house or a place is over 100,000 euros. So you can imagine if you're buying an apartment, how much you're going to spend. You can imagine if you're buying a mansion or a bungalow or like a big space, how much money you're going to spend. So it's a beautiful area to be in. I say the weather is amazing. The people are warm. There are not so many Monegasques, by the way. That's a new word. If you're from Monaco, a native of Monaco, you're called a Monegasque. Okay, and they also speak that language, the Monegasque language. So not so many people are natives, very few. I think just under 10,000 or so are like real natives of Monaco. Most people are just tourists or basically people who have settled in or immigrants. They came in there, they enjoy the place, they loved it, they settled in. If you can buy amazing stuff, you can invest good money, you will get your passport and then you can live in Monaco as one of the citizens. But it's not an easy process. You must put in a lot of money. And like I said, it's a very small place. So of course they will really control the number of people coming into the city. Monaco is a monarchy and it's ruled by Prince Albert II. Now, like I said, the main thing about Monaco is the motorsports, the casinos, lots of gambling. It was once started as the capital of money laundering, but most people know it as a tax haven whereby you can keep your money without taxes. People don't pay income tax, man, unless you're a French citizen. People do not have personal income tax in this country. And like I said, it's a tax haven for most people. This is where the rich people hide their money. This is where people take money with huge bags and helicopters, right? There are no taxes. The financial institutions are solid. Their privacy laws are quite strict, and a lot of these things can not be traced really. So they have like some of the best they have some of the best financial institutions, and the reason why it's been such a good place is because a lot of billionaires or multimillionaires hide their money there, or they avoid taxes by putting their money in Monaco, which is not a bad thing, right? No one wants to pay them hard and cash to the government all the time. You want to pay just enough, but you don't want to pay all of it. You want to try and avoid tax legally. So if you find a place where you can keep your money without paying taxes, why not? So Monaco is one of those places. So I was talking about the weather. The area is beautiful, like I've said. Going there, if you go to France, you can always enter Monaco, no problem. With regards to entry, border control is the same. They're not within EU essentially, but they do use a lot of EU policies. They do share common policies with the EU. For example, the border control. If you're in France and you're entering Monaco, nobody will ask you how you entered the country or something like that. So you can just take a train from France and go through Monaco. The other thing you want to enjoy in Monaco is the good food. They have really good food. Expensive but good. Really expensive but good. If you want to see amazing cars, the Lamborghinis, the Bentleys, the Maseratis, the Audis, the best Mercedes Benzes, some of those crazy cars. If you're someone who is into cars, this is the place to be. You will see all types of cars being parked all over the place, man. Ferraris, what do you call them? The GTs, any kind of car that you want to see. The Range Rovers, the top level Range Rovers. And you see them entering the casinos and enjoying life. This is where the billionaires meet to make decisions that impact you and I. Anyway, guys, so it's a good place. If you want to walk around, it's a good city to explore on foot. You don't want to be driving around Monaco, because if you want to go to like the highest point of Monaco, you want to go to very high points and look at the city, see the opulence, see the yards, see the cars, see the beautiful things. What I like most about this is because you can explore it in a day or two. So you don't have to be spending so much time there. If you want to explore it, because things are so expensive, you want to live in France. So most people will live in Nice, which is the closest one, not the closest, but one of the closest cities that is very popular as well. And then they take a train to Monaco and back to Nice. There's no living in Monaco if you don't want to. If you have the money to or you want to, of course you can live in Monaco. Most people live outside if you want to make it affordable for yourself. Now, in that same trip, I visited Nice, visited Antibes, which are also some of the cities or the provinces within the French Riviera. Beautiful places to be is the southern coast. It's the southern coast of France. So I would say it's lined with amazing, beaches, blue waters, easy people, no rush there. People have already made money. They're not in a rush to make money right now. So they are relaxed. The weather is the environment, the climate is so chilled. Everyone is chilled out, right? It's a beautiful place to be. So that is Monaco. That's Nice. What I didn't like so much about Nice is it wasn't as clean as I expected it to be, but Monaco is super clean. So if you're talking about cleanliness, Monaco is really, really good. But if you come to Nice, which I did go to, it's not as sparkling. So there are a lot of people there. It's a bit congested. It's like not where if you want to experience like exclusivity, then you want to go to Monaco. Antibes is a different province as well. Beautiful place with lots of places to see. And do not forget Cannes. It's another city, right? Which is basically the capital of all these star-studded festivals. If the celebrities of the world are going somewhere in France, they are going to Cannes, where they hold all these festivals with all these celebrities, people like The Rock, Nicolas Cage, all these people that you can imagine, no? So Cannes is basically the headquarters of the international film festivals. So if you want to see celebrities during certain times of the year, this is where they go. So it's a beautiful place as well, lined with amazing sandy beaches, white sandy beaches with blue waters, has these amazing hotels that, of course, the celebs use all the time when they go there. The Riz, for example, some of the high-end hotels. A beautiful place as well. They have like really nice points whereby you can just climb up and it just gives you a perfect view of this particular city. I spent some time here. It's amazing. It's also an amazing place. So I would suggest if you're going down there, you want to visit Cannes or Cannes. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's Cannes. You want to visit Antibes. You want to visit Nice, and you want to visit Monaco. So you end up visiting 3 or 4 different places in that same time, because the Monaco is not as big. So you can basically explore Monaco in a day or 2. Then you can explore Nice. You can explore Cannes in a day. So it doesn't really require so much time to explore all these places. Even if you go to Paris, you can take a train from Paris, go down to Nice, and then explore all the southern cities and the southern beautiful gems. So guys, that's all about Monaco. Anything I didn't like about it? Nothing really. I like that place. I loved it. Cobbled streets, nice, amazing views, amazing weather, good architecture. Nothing to dislike. I love the place. If you wanna visit, that is for you. See you in the next video. We talk about Frankfurt.